Right, I'm here with
Siddiq.
Oglesby.
He here with Siddiq Oglesby.
What sport do you play here at Coppin?
I play football here at Coppin State.
Okay, and y'all, to my knowledge, y'all just got finished with a 9-0 regular season.
8-0.
8-0, sorry.
Yes,
sorry.
sir. No, you good.
Manifesting that 9-0.
Manifesting that, so you already know we manifesting everything.
Okay. Y'all had a decent season last year. What was the talks, going into the season? Like, how last year ended not the exact way y'all wanted to, even though y'all had a good first year. What were the talks going into this year and, like, y'all expectations?
The talks really going into this year was just not getting as close as we got last year, but this year he just want us to finish. And over like the break and everything, he just had us like lifting more and becoming like more of a team bond. So once we got the team bonding, it was more easier for us to start getting together and winning games.
So more so, he was trying to build that brotherhood, that culture, that family. Like, okay.
Yep.
I love the team aspect. Let's talk about your individual aspect. Last year, you had a great freshman year. This year, you've been balling every year, very clutch, just doing what you need to do, especially on the defensive end of the ball. How obviously we see your on-field abilities. How do you take on that leadership role when you're not on the field? Especially because it may be hard for a person on offense to listen to somebody on defense, try to talk them up and give them certain advices. So, like, how do you take on that leadership role when you're not on the field?
Okay, so how I take on the leadership role when I'm not on the field, I basically just act like myself. So basically, like on this team, we got a lot of incoming freshmen, but a lot of people don't know I'm also young too, so I'm supposed to be in this incoming class too. You see what I'm saying? So I just basically tell them that you don't gotta look at me like an older person or like a leader. You can actually like talk to me and be yourself, because I'm gonna be myself, and that's how I act. You see what I'm saying? And like for an offensive player, here's something from a defensive player. I don't really know, because our offensive players really like. They've been doing good, so I really ain't be able to say nothing.
Much to say.
Once I see some BS from the offense, I'll say something. They be like, okay, you right. Then you feel once they see some BS from the defense, they'll say something. But one thing we offense and defense do compete. So once we compete, when we competing, it's like nobody be having no wrongs.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron.
Okay.
There you go.
Another thing. My question was, how do y'all guys find that conflict? Because you always get hit with the club football. How do y'all fight that mentally? It's like, y'all out there trying to prove a point. Like, nah, we can compete with whoever y'all put in front of us.
Yeah.
But y'all just keep putting that label of club. Nah, we just play football.
So the label with club and everything, it used to affect us, but now I don't think it'll affect us now, because as you know, volleyball is undefeated, but they undefeated in the MEAC. We undefeated in the whole regular season. You see what I'm saying? And it's like the people that be trying to compare us to, we're actually better than them. We're actually better than them. That's a little hard question. I ain't gonna lie. That's a hard question, because it actually was bothering, but I don't think it bothers no more, because we just keep working. And as we working, we got more people looking at us, if you see what I'm saying. So as much as we keep working, I feel like people from the school gonna keep trying to help us out, like how they been doing.
Yep. Okay. Let me talk about the past a little bit. Like, what has drawn you to football so much? Like, it was like you picked up a ball one time and it was just on the go from there. Or was it like, what were your influences to? Nah, this is the game I love. This is the game I'm playing.
I really like. So for some people people be like, oh, your why is your reason why and everything, right? Growing up, I ain't gonna say I really didn't have no why, but I just always played it. Like, it was just something I had a big brother. I see my big brother was doing what he was doing. But now, since I came out of high school, and since I got in high school, I realized my why, because you feel me, my grandfather. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's really was like pushing me, and that's really did it for me.
Okay. Now let's get to the future. Obviously, sophomore year, you playing at a high level right now. You winning. Where do you see yourself in the future? Obviously, you may not see yourself still at Coppin. Where do you see yourself, taking this football thing?
I see myself taking this football thing to at least a different level. You see what I'm saying?
Understood.
To a different school. So how I want to play now, I just want to just take step by step, try enter the season, send my film out, do what I gotta do, transfer, and you see what I'm saying, do what I can do. But I'm hoping Coppin State, they could change it from their club, and I just can build it, stay here from the ground. Cause staying here from the ground, that's a great. That's like what's that word? That's a great. I ain't gonna say drag, but like that's a great like something you could like brag or accomplishment. You see what I'm saying? I was here with Coppin when we was 6-4. We was 8-0. Now I'm here with them when he just came D2 or D3. You see what I'm saying? I know they're not gonna happen right in the
Yeah, obviously.
But it's just like, you feel me? It's just some stuff that like I feel like we'll be alright.
Which leads me to my last question. Obviously, like you said, you were here last year when they was building this thing from the ground up. Let's say 4 years from now, let's say 2 years from now, graduation, you still here at Coppin, and you were able to build this program. You know, you were a pillar into building this program from a 6-4 club football team to maybe they have y'all competing against D3s. Y'all have y'all competing against D2s in the next 2 years. What would that say to yourself, like, as you're graduating? Obviously, you know, cap and gown, but it's like, this is something I was able to help build. I stayed here for 4 years, and now it's on a different level.
I feel like how this team is. I know it's club right now and everything. And, you know, we also work in sports.
Yep.
If that actually happens, and on my senior year, I would actually like look into coaching. Looking to coach and do something small, like you know how you be doing the coaching and everything with the high schoolers, real small, bro. Cause that's really one thing I get into. But you know, if that was to happen, you know our eligibility don't be counting, so I'll be playing as a grad student.
Okay.
So you feel me? I feel like I'll be coaching.
Okay. I appreciate your time,
No
brother.
problem, Trev.
Thank you.